Welcome to aiRobott YouTube channel. I am Kishore Kumar Vaja. From this channel, you can learn opencv, Python 3 programming, and many other tutorials with practical demonstration. If you like these tutorials, please hit like button and share with your friends. To enhance your knowledge on this subject, please subscribe this channel. Then you can be notified about new videos we post on this channel. I am providing these tutorials for free from aiRobott YouTube channel. In this video, basic to advanced level programming topics covered, and if any doubt comes, don't hesitate to ask. Please write your doubts in comment section. I will reply to you as soon as possible. In this tutorial, you will learn about argparse module in Python 3 programming language along with examples. This is lesson number 7 on part 2. Technical requirements for these tutorials are: number 1, Python package has to be installed in your PC. Next, a Python specific IDE. Here I am using Sublime Text 3 and IPython interpreter, so you can use as your like. Argparse. It is a parser for command line options, arguments, and subcommands. As I told you in part 1, that the argparse module makes it easy to write user-friendly command line interfaces. So in this video, we will see it in practically by coding. This is a advanced concepts tutorial on argparse module. The topics covered as per docs.python.org. Please note down if required. As you know that the basic structure of argparse module has 5 components in general. They are import argparse module, argument parser object, add underscore argument method, parse underscore args method, parsing command line arguments through a file or interactive mode. Where first one is import argparse module, it invokes all the methods and functions it has. It is very simple. Argparse is a standard Python library. So simply typing at the top of file like this, import argparse, it will import all the methods and functions it has. Second one is ArgumentParser object creation. It will have the information to parse the command line arguments into data types and used when parse underscore args method is called. Third one is add underscore argument method. It will add arguments to the script and defines how a single command line argument should be parsed. Fourth one is parse underscore args method. It will convert argument strings to objects and assign them as attributes of the namespace and returns in the populated namespace. And the last one is parsing input arguments to the script via command line. Here first one is Python interpreter invoking, second one is the script name, and last one is the argument parsing. Let's see the parameters of these methods and functions. Argument parser object has total 12 parameters. These parameters are passed as keyword arguments to the argument parser object. Add underscore argument method, it has total 11 parameters. These parameters defines how a single command line argument should be parsed. And parse underscore args method, it has 2 parameters. Those are args and namespace. These parameters converts argument strings to objects and assign them as attributes of the namespace, and it returns the populated namespace. We will start with a simple example how the argparse module is useful in coding. This code is a Python program that takes a list of integers at command line and produces either the sum or the maximum value depending on the input parameters we parse. All the parameters will be explained under the concerned topics on the go. So here just we will see them as bird's view. Now open the command prompt for parsing the arguments like this. We will see first help message. If you want to see the max number of input arguments, just pass it as here 4 is the max number. If you want some of the input parameters, use double hyphen sum. Here the total is 10. If invalid arguments are parsed, then it will issue error message like this. This is just a simple example on the argparse module application to the script. Let's dive into the deep of argparse module. ArgumentParser object. All these 12 parameters are passed as keyword arguments to the ArgumentParser object. Now we will learn each parameter in detail. Prog. It is the name of the program. This parameter is passed as keyword argument to the ArgumentParser object. By default, ArgumentParser object use sys.argv square bracket of 0 to determine how to display the name of the program in help messages. For example, consider a file named test1.py with the following code. The help for this program will display test1.py as the program name. We will run this script from command line, and here is the output with help message. To change this default behavior, another value can be supplied to ArgumentParser using prog equal to mytest1.py. Here, script name test1.py is going to be changed to mytest1.py using prog equal to keyword. Now we will run the script with help option. Prog equal to mytest1.py is displayed in usage section. Previously, it displays test1.py. That is our script name. Here, we have changed its behavior using this prog equal to keyword. The script name can be used in help messages using the format specifier %prog of s. Like this, if you run the script again, help message, it displays the program name, that is mytest1.py, is displayed in help string. In the earlier case, it did not display. See the difference between these two outputs strings. Like this, we can get the script name in the help messages as well. Please note, if you don't know about metasyntactic variables, foo, bar, batch, please visit my blog. It is given in the description. You can visit for details. Usage. This string describing the program usage. By default, it is generated from arguments added to parser. By default, ArgumentParser calculates the usage message from the arguments it contains. Let's see one example on usage keyword. We will run this script with its help option. Look at the usage message. There, script name, that is test1 with options displayed. Now we will see how to override this default usage message with usage equal to keyword argument. We will update the script accordingly in the ArgumentParser object with format specifier, that is %prog of s. Now run the script with help option. Observe here. Note the difference between these two outputs. The default usage lines are overridden with test1 bracket of options, which we have given in usage equal to keyword. %prog of s. This is the format specifier. This is available to fill in the form name in your usage messages. Description. It is a text to display before the argument help. Its default is none. Most calls to the ArgumentParser constructor will use the description equal to keyword argument. This argument gives a brief description of what the program does and how it works. Let's see the code. Now we will run the code with the help message. In help messages, the description is displayed between the command line usage string and the help messages for the various arguments. By default, the description will be line wrapped so that it fits within the given space. We can change this default behavior as well. It will be shown in the formatter_class argument section. Epilogue. It is a text to display after the argument help. Its default is none. Some programs like to display additional description of the program after the description of the arguments. Such text can be specified using the epilogue equal to argument to ArgumentParser. Let's see the code. Let's run the code with help message. This is the epilogue text at the bottom of help message. As with description argument, the epilogue equal to text is by default line wrapped, but this behavior can be adjusted with the formatter underscore class argument to argument parser. Parents. It is a list of argument parser objects. Its arguments should also be included. Sometimes several parsers share a common set of arguments rather than repeating the definitions of these arguments. A single parser with all the shared arguments and passed to parents equal to argument to argument parser can be used. The parents equal to argument takes a list of argument parser objects, collects all the positional and optional actions from them, and adds these actions to the argument parser object being constructed. Let's create a parent parser object and two child objects. Let's see the code. Now run the script as here in usage line test1.py sphere bracket of -h. To suppress this -h and double hyphen help options, use add underscore help keyword with the parameter false like this. Here it suppresses -h and double hyphen help. Like this we can suppress -h and double hyphen help options in parent and child lists also. Now we add the optional parameter with the type integer. Now we will add a child parser and link it to parent parser object. Here child parser linked to parent parser via parents equal to keyword. It uses parent parser arguments. Now adding positional arguments to the child parser. Now we will call parent arguments parameter through child parser using this. Now we will parse positional arguments foo to command line. Here we have parsed foo argument. It assigned to foo. Now we will parse arguments. Here optional argument is 1 and ABC is the positional argument. Now we will add second child parser and link it with parent parser like this. Now we will run its help option like this. See here. Now if you run without arguments like this, all arguments are assigned with none. If you give positional argument like this, it is expecting one argument here, so we have to give one argument like this, bar equal to xyz, parent is equal to none. Formatter class. It is a class for customizing the help output. Argument parser object allows the help formatting to be customized by specifying an alternate formatting class. Currently there are 4 such classes like raw description help formatter, raw text help formatter, argument defaults help formatter, metavar type help formatter. We will see all these 4 formatters. The first 2, raw description help formatter and raw text help formatter, give more control over how textual descriptions are displayed. By default, argument parser objects line wrap the description and epilogue texts in command line help messages. Let's see a simple description and epilogue text. See the script. Here we have given description like this and epilogue also typed like this. Now see the output, that is its help message. Observe here. Here the description and epilogue texts are line wrapped. Now we will customize these texts using alternate formatting classes. First we will pass raw description help formatter as formatter underscore class is equal to indicates that description and epilogue are already correctly formatted and should not be line wrapped. This is the description. Now we will see its help message. Observe here. Using raw description help formatter, I have obtained this output which I have given at the script. It displays as it is. Here using this raw description help formatter, the line wrapping is override. Like this we can customize the help text using raw description help format. Now the second formatter class is raw text help formatter. It maintains white space for all sorts of help text, including argument descriptions. However, multiple new lines are replaced with one. If you wish to preserve multiple blank lines, add spaces between the new lines like this. Now we will see the output. See, observe this as this. Like this, we can customize the help text using raw text help formatter. Now the third formatter class is argument defaults help formatter. Automatically, it adds information about default values to each of the argument help messages. Let's see the code. This is the code. Using this code, we will see the defaults. Now see the output. See here, observe. The defaults are displayed in help message at the specified positions like this. Fourth formatter class is metavar type help formatter. Uses the name of the type argument for each argument as the display name for its values. This is the code for the formatter. Let's run the code. This is here positional argument bar uses its name, type name, that is float. Like this, we can use metavar type help formatter in help messages to change its behavior. Prefix chars. It is the set of characters that prefix optional arguments. Its default is hyphen. Most command line options will use hyphen as the prefix. For example, -f or "-foo. If the parser that need to support different or additional prefix characters, for example, for options like +f or /foo, you have to specify them using the prefix _chars equal to argument to the ArgumentParser constructor. Let's see the code. In this script, we have used different prefix character, that is plus. Let's run the code. Here the output arguments are bar equal to y and f equal to x. The prefix _chars equal to argument default is hyphen. From file _prefix _chars. The set of characters that prefix files from which additional arguments should be read. Its default is none. Sometimes, for example, when dealing with a particularly long argument list, it may make sense to keep the list of arguments in a file rather than typing it out at the command line. If the from file _prefix _chars equal to argument is given to the ArgumentParser constructor, then arguments that start with any of the specified characters will be treated as files and will be replaced by the arguments they contain. For example, first we will create a file named args.txt using this line of code. In that we write -f and bar in 2 lines. See the file first. Now see the file named args.txt. See here, this is the args.txt file. Here we have written -f and bar, these two in 2 lines. Here we have added prefix character @ in ArgumentParser object using from file _prefix _chars equal to, and added optional argument -f and parsed these 2 arguments, and next this one also, and these are all parsed to the parser, and we are going to get the output. So we will run the code. See here, first namespace f equal to foo is the a, that is this one. Second one, we are parsed the args.txt file name. It gives f equal to bar, which we have written in that file -f and bar. And last one is parsed these 3 arguments. Here it assigned f is equal to bar. Arguments read from a file must be default be 1 per line and are treated as if they were in the same place as the original file referencing argument on the command line. So in this example, the expression -f foo and @args.txt is considered equivalent to the expression -f foo -f and bar argument_default. It is the global default value for arguments. Its default value is none. Generally, argument defaults are specified either by passing a default to add_argument function or by calling the set_defaults methods with a specific set of name value pairs. Sometimes, however, it may be useful to specify a single parser-wide default for arguments This can be accomplished by passing the argument underscore default equal to keyword argument to argument parser object. For example, to globally suppress attribute creation on parse underscore args calls, we supply argument underscore default equal to suppress. Let's see the code. Here we have used argument underscore default equal to argparse.suppress. Now parse the arguments to the command line using like this. Here bar equal to bar and foo is equal to 1 as and now. For example, if we parse without arguments, then it suppresses the default values. Allow underscore abbrev. Normally, when you pass an argument list to the parse underscore args method of an argument parser, it recognizes abbreviations of long options. This feature can be disabled by setting allow underscore abbrev to false. Let's see the code first. Here we have given foo bar full. First one is set to true and second one is set to false. And third one is full. And we are going to parse like this. Observe here namespace foo bar equal to false and full is equal to false. Now we will use allow underscore abbreviation keyword. Now run the same code like this. Here observe unrecognized argument foo that was obtained using allow underscore abbreviation equal to false. If you use this keyword, the abbreviations are, it allows actually long options to be abbreviated. If the abbreviation is unambiguous, the default is true actually here. Conflict underscore handler. It is the strategy for resolving conflict optionals. Actually, it is unnecessary, but you can use when the conflicting options has to be resolved. Argument parser objects do not allow two actions with the same option string. By default, argument parser objects raise an exception if an attempt is made to create an argument with an option string that is already in use. For that, let's see an example on that. We will use IPython interpreter for that. First, import argparse. Now we will create argument parser object. Now we will add arguments. It gives argument error due to conflicting option strings. To override any older arguments with the same option string, you have to use the value resolve can be supplied to the conflict underscore handler equal to argument of argument parser object. Let's use that value here, argument parser object. Now we will add those two arguments like this. Now we will see help message. Here the conflict underscore handler resolves the issue. So we will see its help option using this. In earlier it has raised error. Note that argument parser objects only remove an action if all of its option strings are overridden. So in this example, the old -f or double -foo action is retained as the -f action because only the double -foo option string was overridden. Add underscore help. It adds -h or double help option to the parser. The default is true. By default, argument parser objects add an option which simply displays the parser's help message. For example, consider a file named test1.py containing the following code. If -h or double help is supplied at the command line, the argument parser help will be displayed like this. Occasionally, it may be useful to disable the addition of this help option. This can be achieved by passing false as the add underscore help equal to argument to the argument parser like this. Now if you run the same code, this -h, the help option is typically -h or double help. The exception to this is if the prefix underscore char equal to is specified and does not include hyphen, in which case -h and double help are not valid options. In this case, the first character in prefix underscore chars is used to prefix the help options. Let's use it. Now run the same code. See here, show this method and like it. Plus replace it instead of hyphens using this prefix chars plus instead of hyphens. The help option is typically -h and double help. Is replaced with plus argument. In the next tutorial, you will learn about ArgParse module part 3. Time to time, I will update the relevant topics in my blog. Please visit it regularly for updates. If you like these tutorials, please hit like button and share with your friends. If you want to watch more such tutorials on opencv basic to advanced concepts, then hit the subscribe button and don't forget to hit the bell button so that you can be notified about any new videos which I post on this channel. I hope you are all understood these topics. Let's meet in the next tutorials. Until then, bye bye friends. See you again. Signing off, Kishore Kumar Vaja.